Of I don't know if it's working or not. It said go live, stop, go live, stop, go live, stop, go live, stop. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Maybe that'll help. I don't know what's wrong with this. You saying go live, stop, go live, stop, go live, stop. Go live, stop, go live, stop, go live, stop. Is it going live? Is it live or not? Piece of garbage. Okay, I think it's working this time. It's not going stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Like it was a few minutes ago. I'm just sitting here on the porch with the poopies. We got one poopy over there. Axel. He's like, leave me alone. I got one down here. Sashi. There's actually one over there. Dexter. And I don't know where Grizz is at. I'm sure he's around here somewhere. We've just been chilling out here on the porch for a while. Drinking some dew. Oh, yeah. All this gray. Got all kind of gray hair in my beard now. Man, the last 2 weeks been like super busy. Except for what I sat on the porch and streamed and sat on the porch with the dogs a little bit. Sunday this week we had a tornado. I kept getting warnings on my phone. It's like a tornado, get inside, urgent, take shelter, blah blah blah. And we was trying to get my nephew's dog to come in the house. They were gone. So I'm out here yelling for him. He won't come. I'm out here going, Milo. He won't come. So Dad comes out. Dad's going to drive over to my brother's house over there because we just kind of figured, well, maybe Milo got scared and he went home. So Dad's walking that way. He'll get in his car, and I'm standing on his back porch. I don't know why I brought the dogs up here. We wasn't down at my house. We was up here. And so I walk over there, and I'm yelling towards their house because I seen Grizz over there, and I thought, well, if Grizz is over there, Milo's probably over there. And I turned and looked this way, and you can see like there's clouds, and these clouds are moving this way. These clouds over here are moving this way. And it looked like it was this big because it was really far away. But a piece of debris from a house was going through the air like this. It looked like it was probably a piece of, not plywood, a piece of drywall, or possibly like something off a roof. It was tannish in color. It could have been a piece of metal, on a piece of roof or something. It almost looked like a piece of drywall to me, but it was just spinning like a piece of paper. And I said, Dad, look. I said, you see that? And he saw it, and he's like, yeah. And he's going, and about that time, here comes Milo running as hard as he can. Dexter and Grizz, they won't come in the house no matter what. They go and get on the back porch. We get Milo in the house, and we sit there, and it's not really doing anything much here, but that went right by, and it was a tornado. It was pretty crazy. Hiroshi Paradox says, you were live, then it froze after a piece of garbage. Yeah, it kept freezing up on me, so I exited out, turned some stuff off on my phone, and then came back on and continued I was surprised it let me continue that live event. So, we got Eric Hawkins in here. Yeah. So I was just gonna say, if I'm on here talking, and that's why I put thinking out loud on here. If I'm sitting here talking about stuff and thinking about stuff and throwing it out there, what I most of the time I'm just thinking. So don't take like Skinny. With me and Skinny's been talking about doing a Halloween book. Like I was going to do a Halloween book and he was going to do a part thing. And the other day I was sitting here talking about how I didn't know if I'd had time to do it and stuff. And I think he got upset because he thought I'd made up my mind and hadn't talked to him. I'm just thinking out loud, so don't get upset if I say anything. And if I say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then I never do it, don't think nothing about it. I'm just brainstorming. I don't mean nothing by it. If I say something and you like I said, it's just me thinking out loud. This is just my way to empty my brain. My brain runs full steam. I was sitting here on my phone, and I've got this block game, and I'll play it, and it like all those puzzle games and stuff, they do keep your brain sharp. You sit and you do those, and it keeps your brain working. And I was doing some of those, and I was doing really good. Some of the high scores I've had like 4,000 points on there, and I was like, oh, this is good. And then I started thinking about stuff, and it just started falling apart. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to stream and say a bunch of stuff and talk about a bunch of random stuff. Oh, I really need to finish up work on Lone Wolf. I know I keep saying that, but my little office space, my little office area is in shambles, and I hate it. I don't even want to be in there. Been trying to finish out the little building and turn it into an office, and I haven't had time to work on it. The last 2 weeks, my brother was gone, so was going over there some and feeding their animals. I only did that a couple days, but they were gone. Then Mom and Dad was gone, and so I was feeding Dexter and Grizz and trying to watch everything. And then I had to try to find somebody to watch the dogs because I couldn't leave. I had to work. I couldn't get off work. I spent the first 3 days trying to get somebody to trade shifts with me, and I would either get it. The one guy just straight up was an adult about it and said, you know, I've got plans. And I was like, cool. Other dude wouldn't text me back. I had texted him like 4 times, and he never would text me back. And I wasn't going to ask the house manager because he's there 7 days a week. He's got to come in and give meds and everything. So I'm like, I'm not going to ask him to work. I'll let him go home and rest. So trying to find somebody to watch the dogs. I ended up taking the dogs to the lake. I drove down there, and Mom and Dad kept them. See, they was camping, but Dad was still driving to work. He went down there, and Mom was staying down there, and he was driving to work. And I'd take the dogs down there so somebody watched the dogs. So last week was just a mess. Trying to remember what days I'm supposed to go over there and feed those. They got cats and stuff over there. And I was trying to take care of these 2 dogs. And then the other day I hit poor Dexter with a car. Thought I killed him. Oh, it was awful. So that day, Friday, I spent sitting with Dexter, trying to get Dexter in the car to go to the vet, and he wouldn't do it. He was just hamming it up. And then as soon as I finally go to get ready to go to work, he just up running around like nothing. He's been running around. He was a little sore the day after. But I was back, and I pulled up here. I ran in Mom and Dad's house to do something, and I was going to run out and lock the door. And I come out, and I got in the car, and Grizz is laying over by the garage. So I go backing out, and I see Dexter. I was like, okay. And then I look this way, look back, and Dexter's gone. And I thought, well, and the car's moving. I thought, well, he's went over behind the garage, whatever. And I went to turn, and he was right beside the car, and I hit him with the side of the car and pushed him. He had a big grass stain on his side. Boy, he didn't even make a noise. Opened the door, and he looks at me like, what did you do? And he got up and took off. And I went out there. He went over to the garden. I went over there, and I was like, what's wrong, buddy? I was like, come here. He came over, and I petted him. He never cried. Wasn't crying. But I still tried to get him. He's old, and I didn't want to. I was afraid I hurt him. I knew I didn't run over him, like over top of him or nothing. But I felt bad for him. Poor old fella. He's old. He's a turd, but I don't want him to suffer, and I don't want to hurt him. I still like him. He's a good dog for a turd. Even though Axel hates him, him and Axel hate each other. I don't care. I come out here sometimes and pet on him and try to be good to him. But I sat with him for like 3 hours out here on the porch trying to get him to go in, trying to do all this other crap. He wouldn't have none of it. He just sat there. Wanted me pet on him, and Rusty Paradox says nothing feels worse than hitting an animal with a car. I agree. I don't even like hitting squirrels or nothing. I'd rather just not even do that. I definitely don't want to hit cats or nothing. Ran over a fox one time and I felt bad about that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And Saturday morning, I took them to the lake. Wednesday night I only work 8-hour shifts, so I left them here, and Dad come by and checked on them because he had church, and so he come home and he checked on them. Then I took them down Thursday morning and turned around and drove back, and it takes me over an hour to get down there, and then over an hour to get back, and I stayed a little bit, not very long. And then Fridays when I hit Dexter with the car, so I was spent all Friday. I was had stuff to do, was doing all this stuff, had plans to get all this stuff done. Nope, spent most of the day with Dexter. And Saturday morning after work, I got up and drove back down there and got the dogs, brought them home. Rusty Paradox says one time this group of little kittens was hanging out under my car and I ran over one of them. And I felt so awful about it. I don't even like thinking about it now. I didn't know they were there. Yeah, man, that's pretty awful. That's pretty awful. I couldn't stand that either, man. I don't want any living creature to hurt. I can't stand it. Can't stand the thought of it. I could come closer to hurting an adult than I could hurting a dog or a cat or a raccoon or anything. Because a grown man, if he's acting ugly enough that I feel the need to hurt him, and I don't feel bad about it. Dogs and stuff, they're not inherently evil like people can be. They're just living their life and trying to protect themselves, and if they're trying to hurt you, it's because they're scared of you. Or, you're on the food chain if it's like a lion or a grizzly bear. That's just how it is. Like, I think if a lion or grizzly bear is trying to kill me, I wouldn't feel that bad about, like, shooting it or something, I still don't want to. I'm not going out. I don't like trophy hunters. I just don't believe in trophy hunting. And, I'll eat meat and everything, but I think that, like, the animals that you have that before they're killed or processed or anything, I don't think they should be mistreated. I think they should be treated like a living creature and should be treated with respect and should be took care of. And when it's time to kill it, it should be killed humanely, no suffering. It should have a good life, and it shouldn't suffer. And I just don't understand trophy hunters. I don't understand people that want to treat dogs and cats and stuff bad. I don't understand people wanting to treat children bad, beat on their kids and scream and holler and stuff at them. I just don't get it. Rusty Paradox is my boss at my old job's husband had small time TV hunting show and would show off some trophy hunting photos. And I was like, not for me. Yeah, that's not me either. Like, and I don't have anything against people hunting deer either. Deer, like even here, like their population will explode, and then everybody's sitting them with cars and everything. And most people around here, if they kill one, they take it and process it and they eat it and they don't waste it. People that go out, like I have seen people have done it on this road. If I ever catch them, they're gonna be in trouble. Shoot a deer and then they'll once the rack off of it, and they'll just throw the parts out. You know, I don't agree with that either. If you want to hunt deer and stuff, like I said, that's fine. Especially if you want to use it. Yeah, I watched this one guy one time, and he was talking about he hunted and he had some stuffed and had racks and stuff, but he was talking about when you kill the animal, if you want your picture tagged with it and stuff, he was talking about treating it with respect. He was like, these goofy poses and stuff. He's like, you should display the animal with respect because it was a living creature and it gave its life, so you could eat it. And he was talking about he had a video and he'd actually killed this deer and he was showing, he held it up and everything. He was like, you should display this with respect because it's one of God's creatures. And I always remember that and I never forgot that. We got TM13A in here. If it's culling and processed, don't mind. Even with trophy hunting, they can use it for culling and bring income to the local community. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with hunting at all. But just killing something just for the sake of killing it and cutting it up and throwing most of its body out somewhere, I don't agree with that. My grandpa, he killed one deer ever. He went hunting and killed one deer. And ended up setting a state record. I think it was like the largest. Like it had the biggest rag or something. I can't remember exactly. I've got a little article cut out of the paper. But that was the only one he ever killed, and he said it wasn't for him. But I've had there's people used to come down here and they would hunt and they'd always give us meat and stuff. I always appreciated that. If people's gonna hunt and there may come a day in my lifetime where I actually have to do it to survive. I don't know. I don't know how crazy the world's going to get. But as far as just murdering animals, I'm not into it. Shot a bird one time. I used to shoot, there was some kind of bird, I can't remember what it was. Grandpa always set up these birdhouses for martins. And these other birds would come in and they were real invasive and they would try to take over the martin nest or run the martins off and kill them. So we would shoot those sometimes. So I've killed birds before, but I don't even really care about doing that, just to be honest. To me, whatever bird's out there, if they've claimed a spot, it's their spot. I'm not here to settle bird disputes. It's not my business. I'm not the bird police. Now, if they start a dispute with me, that's one thing, and we'll get into it then, but birds fighting amongst themselves. I don't really fish either. I haven't fished since I was a kid. Dad, he's been fishing since they've been down at the lake. He likes to fish quite a bit. I don't care much about it. I'm not patient enough for it. I'll tell you guys the truth. Here lately, I've not even done the things I like to do much. I've not picked up a guitar in a couple weeks. I take that back. I did record that song. Not what was it, last Saturday? So it was last Saturday. So it's been over a week. Like I said, I hate my old studio space. It's so frustrating. I need to go work on it right now. But the dogs are calm now. But once I get up and try to go do something, they'll get wild. It seems like my free time mostly is hanging out with the dogs and dealing with the dogs. And if we go home, walk down the house right now, Axel would want to stay on the porch. He don't want to come in. So I'll put his lead on him and he can run around the porch and do whatever he likes to do. And Sasha will come in the house with me. And usually, if I turn the TV, turn the TV on, I'll sit down for a minute, and me and her will play with toys. She'll bring me a toy and we'll play, and then she'll lay down on my feet and take a nap. Rusty Paradox says, I've never been fishing. I'd like to try sometime, but I think I can't remember last time I went fishing. Well, actually, yes, I can. I was dating this girl, and me and her went fishing. Yeah. I don't think we caught anything. We went down to the city lake here, and I remember she had this little car, and we drove it all the way down there, and we got some worms. Fishing. About Firefox Pro in the chat. I can't scroll through this chat. Oh, there it goes. This chat's messed up on here. It's weird because I'm using Streamlabs, the app. My head's itching. My hair's all messed up because it's under my hat. Hey, Firefox Pro. I need to go do things. I did get me a new shotgun. I've been trying to sell some guns. To buy a truck off my brother. And nobody don't want to buy things that I have because I have expensive things. And I've got down to the point where I don't want to collect anything. I'm not a collector. I don't want a hoard of a bunch of stuff. And I had several guns that I never shot. And they were like high dollar guns. I listed a bunch for sale. Some people just make low ball offers. I just took them. I was like, I'll just keep these. I'll just start using them more. But I sold my AK. It was an Arsenal Sam 7 side folder. They're like $2,000 if you buy them new. I didn't have that in it, and I got it used. I got a real good deal on it. Sold it. I sold a Springfield 1911 that I had. I've got the first 1911 I ever bought. I still got it. I sold a couple 22 pistols. I sold a cheap shotgun I had. I sold off my cowboy guns because they're all calibers I don't want to buy. Uberti makes a 1873 clone in 9mm now, so I'm gonna get one and shoot my 115 grain 9mm out of it. But I got rid of the one that shot 38. Got rid of my 357 guns. Got rid of my 45 long Colt guns. So I traded my Schofield. because, like I said, I'm not a collector. It's a cool gun, but it's 45 long Colt. It's hard to get 45 long Colt here. When you can find it, it's outrageous, and the gun shop splits it up into little bags so that everybody can get a couple. And I had 32 rounds is all I had left. And I was trying to sell the gun. The gun is like a $1,200 gun. No, I kept getting low balls on it, and I got mad. Some guy offered me a Mossberg 930. It's a semi-auto. This one is the breacher, so it's got the big breech thing on the end of it. It already had a bunch of upgrades: extended charging handle, extended bolt release. Had a side saddle on it. What else? I had an extension tube on it. Really cool gun. Just absolutely cool. And I've been wanting one for a long time. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. So we traded even, and then he gave me a bunch of ammo on top of that. So I haven't got to shoot it yet. I got a bunch of buckshot for it though. So I've got 2 shotguns now. I've got a Maverick 88 pump and that one, which I'd almost sell. I listed my HK. I got a HK P30L with a comp on it. It's pretty much the John Wick pistol from the first John Wick movie. I tried to sell it. Nobody, even local, wanted it. Like, everybody was like 2 and 3 hours away, and nobody wanted to meet halfway, and I wasn't driving 2 hours to sell a gun I'm not really trying real hard to sell. So, yeah. We got Dave in here. What's up, Dave? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, like, I'm talking about comic books, and I still haven't decided, because I just haven't, honestly, right now, just the last couple of weeks, that stuff's not even been on my mind because I've been so busy with real life stuff. The book's supposed to ship by August, so I'm going to try to get it done before then. But that just kind of, like the Halloween book, I'd love to do the Halloween book, but it's so close. I don't want to do a book and it ship after Halloween. It would have to ship by like September, and I just don't think I have the time. So I would like to get Lone Wolf 2 finished up, do Psychotron 2 because Eric's pretty much got it finished, and then do Psychotron Saves Christmas, I think. Because I'm so scared. Like I said, I was just thinking out loud. I mean, I don't know. Eric could probably throw down and get a Halloween thing done. I don't know. I'd like to do a Thanksgiving book too, but thing is, if I do the Christmas book, it'll have to ship by Thanksgiving. Before Thanksgiving. It's the plan. And what I'm thinking about is with the Christmas book, to throw in some kind of little Thanksgiving thing with it, like maybe, I don't know. No, I was really thinking about it though, even though you're joking. But yeah, I was thinking about it. I thought it'd be cool, even if it was just like a couple pages, just a little thing. But like, it's so hard to get this stuff done. Like, anytime I have time to work on it, like I do have time to work on it. I do. But then I get in that little room and I hate that room. Yeah, it's just the wrong place there. People go to that place. Somebody was pulling in here. I guess they're looking for my brother. My brother right over there. He has a business. Don't tempt me, man. Don't tempt me. Cyclotron is nothing but Ernest. That's kind of the Ernest Saves Christmas was definitely a big influence on Cyclotron Saves Christmas. That would be pretty funny, though. Man, I would love to do a collaboration with Mallet. I haven't talked to him much. I haven't. We mostly interact and talk on Twitter, and I've just not been on Twitter in a long time. Like, I get on occasionally and post, but like my app doesn't work. I uninstalled it and reinstalled it, and it still won't let me post pictures. And most of the time, most of my posts they just disappear and it closes down. So I don't really talk to anybody much. In all honesty, I don't talk to Eric Kent probably as much as I should. Just not been. It's not. I don't know. I just been busy with real life since I've got Sasha. Sasha takes up most of my time. Speaking of, let's look at this little turd sitting down here. Sasha dog. Sasha dog. What are you doing? What are you doing, Sasha dog? What are you doing, Sasha dog? Huh? So I hear that car going down the road. What is that? Huh? What is that? Sasha dog. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, Sasha dog. What you doing, Poopy dog? Poopy's like, I'm not doing nothing. Poopy dog. Roast Paradox says, I spend too much time reading Twitter and I just get upset for one reason or another. Dude, that's me too. I scroll for 5 minutes and I get so mad over stupid stuff. Like, I don't want to be mean, but I don't like what most other creators. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like all the politics. They make me mad. I don't like all the stuff about Marvel and DC movies. They just say stupid things. There's Dexter Lane out there. Dexter! What you doing, Dexter? You being a good boy? Yeah, I agree. Like, it's not always mad. Mostly it is, I get depressed. Uh, some of the stuff I just can't believe is even real. Like, I'm like, sometimes I tell my mom and dad, they see some of this crazy stuff on YouTube. I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know how crazy people are. Man, I don't follow much comics people much anymore. They, the ones that still make comics, like there's a bunch. There's only a few that I like. Most of them just are in butt kissing contests with other creators trying to kiss everybody's butts, and it's not about. And then you got all those people trying to say, "Well, you like good comics," but they buy garbage. They're still buying Marvel and DC books, and or they're talking about how frog books they're going to change the industry. Yeah, it's just stupid stuff. I don't even want to hear. I just make stuff for fun. And I don't want to hear about industries. I don't care about making it big. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm too old for all that mess. and I'm not like super old. I'm 38, but man, I just don't care. I make the things that I make. I make what I like. Same with music. I've been recording music for ever. It's never going to go viral. It's never going to take off. It's never going to be like this big thing, and that's fine because I don't do it for that. I do it because I want to make. I just like making stuff. I don't expect to make millions of dollars. I don't expect to make a big bunch of money. It's never why I did anything. You know, everything I do is the struggle to get it done, get it made. You know, I would like to make enough money that my friends made some money. The people who make stuff with me. As far as internet clout or Twitter clout in the community, I hate that word community. I could care less. I could give a flying fart. I couldn't give a flying fart when anybody thinks, excuse me, that dude's getting to me. Pretty much I hang out with my family and hang out with these old goofy dogs. I care more about these silly poopers than I do just about anything else. Saushy dog. Saushy dog. Saushy dog. Hey, what are you doing? She's like, I'm ignoring you. You pointing something in my face. I see you. Hey, won't you come here? Saushy dog. Saushy, come here. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. Roshi Paradox. I feel like ranting about dumb things I see on Twitter, but I don't want to attract nut jobs coming after me. And I'm also too lazy to sit down and that's me. So I rant on here to about, you know, people that actually like interacting with. Because, you know, there was a time when I couldn't even do that because people would get on here and clip stuff and make pictures of me because they didn't like stuff on the internet. Who cares anymore? But there's so much that irks me that I see people saying all the time, yeah, man, I feel the same way. I actually got in this thing the other day. I used to not watch it. I started watching the little shorts on YouTube. You know, I'd see one that interested me. I was like, hey, look at this. I'd click on this short. I was watching stuff. I don't know why it was showing me this stuff because I usually never watch videos like this. It was showing me like Shaq and Michael Jordan and stuff. And I was like, oh, I liked some of that stuff. It was good stuff. He was showing Shaq every time he went in a store. Every time he went anywhere, he'd buy stuff for other people. And then all the Michael Jordan stuff was how he's talking about how, you know, he knew that the only way to be number one was to work really hard, and he pushed people to work hard. So I was like, yeah, that's good. And then out of nowhere, I'm getting weirdos talking about pronouns and, you know, these men dressed up like women, and they're nasty looking, just nasty. And they're screeching and yelling about like genders and all this crap. And I was like, I don't want to hear this. Where'd Michael Jordan go? Where did Michael Jordan go? Oh, it's just aggravating. Harsh Paradox says, too many people get worked up and go on a crusade against people for having an opinion. And that does make me scared because I don't need that irritation. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd rather not even have an opinion on Twitter. Did you hear about the guy that had all of his house hooked up on Amazon, like on the smart thing? What is it, Alexa? And you say, Alexa, turn off my house, or whatever. It thought that it heard him say something racist, so Amazon shut down his entire house. Like there was no kind of anything. They shut his house down. Everything in his house was just dead. There was no investigation. There was no nothing. And that's the kind of world we're getting to. or even if you have an opinion that somebody doesn't like, it's wrong. You just automatically shut down. It is just insane. Yeah, I don't have anything hooked up to a smart device. I noticed I got the yeah gamers. Xbox Live has detected use of the N word. You called somebody, a fig. Oh no! Pew! It'd be funny. Oh man! But I used to use Amazon Music all the time because I had a Prime account, and so you got to listen without commercials and had so many albums that you listen to now. Well, now they've changed it, so I turn on Amazon Music, and even though I've got a Prime account, it works just like a free Spotify account. There's commercials. You can only skip so many times. You can't listen to full albums anymore. You can't do anything. So I was like, if I'm going to pay for something, this was supposed to be part of my Prime. If I'm going to pay for something, it's not going to be Amazon Prime. It's probably going to be Spotify. So I just quit using it. I just took it off my phone. I was like, another thing too, they would randomly, and they done this to my dad. They randomly will sign you up every so often on their $10 a month service. So if you're ever riding around and it just starts working or whatever, I don't know how it goes on, but they done it to my dad and they done it to me. And I wasn't even listening to it at the time, but somehow I was paying $10 a month, so that made me really mad too. Rusty Paradox says, my problem is I shout really hateful words to myself in my house. I wouldn't say to anyone else. I'd be afraid of getting canceled for berating myself. I yell and carry on. I don't say anything terrible. I mean, I could if I wanted to. It's America. That's the thing. I can say whatever I want to. Rebecca Towns says, today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sasha, say happy birthday. Sasha, say happy birthday. Sasha's not being very nice on birthday day. Sasha, say happy birthday. Say happy birthday. Sasha's like, I ain't doing it. I hope you have an awesome birthday. I don't have a birthday till next year. I already had my birthday this year. I don't want to have any more. I said I was 38. Am I 38? No. No, I'm 39. Because next year I'll be 40. Next year's 24, and I was born in 84. Daggum. Roshi Paradox says he'll be 37 on his birthday. See, I can't remember. I'm 39 apparently. I thought I was 38. But it's 23, so that means I'm 39. It's 84 to 24 is 40 years. I never imagined being 40 years old. Pretty sure it's Weird Hero's birthday too. Man, we'll have to wish Weird Hero a happy birthday. Weird Hero's one of my favoritist Twitter accounts. Even though, like I said, I've barely been using Twitter. There goes Dexter walking around the yard. Poor old fella. He's old. I think Dexter's like 13. Him and his brother Grizz are 12 or 13. Poor old poopies. How old's Axel gonna be this year? I can't even remember. Time just goes by way too fast. Sasha's got to go get fixed this month. The 27th. So I'll be dropping her off at the vet the day before. Not a big fan of that. I didn't like them being with mom and dad at the lake. I come home from work Friday morning and they wasn't here, and it was the weirdest thing ever. Didn't like it. That's probably the first time that me and Axel have been apart like that since I had him, I think. Well, I took him to have him fixed, and they found out he already was fixed. So there's that day. Sasha dog, Sasha dog. Oh man, it's a really nice day here today. I'd almost go to the lake today and go swimming. I just don't want to drive an hour down there. Wish I could just go swimming here. It's you, Sasha dog. Sasha likes to go swimming. She likes to jump in the water. Don't you? You like to jump in the water, oh Sasha dog? Won't you come here? Come here. Come here. Jump up here. She's like, nope. Man, this time of year just absolutely destroys my sinuses. My nose is itching so bad. I'm gonna start sneezing here in a few minutes, probably. Well, I don't have much more to talk about, I don't reckon. I really need to go work on stuff, but I probably won't. I bought a set of Rickenbacker pickups for my Rickenbacker knockoff, or Rickenbacker, however you say it, however you want to say it. I bought the Chinese knockoff on Reverb, and it's really cool. I wouldn't have bought one, but it's a model that it's unobtainium. They only make so many every so many years, and so they're like $5,000-$6,000, when they come out. So I bought this knockoff, and it's made really nice. I'm gonna mod it a little bit. I'm gonna put some real pickups. I got some real Rickenbacker pickups. Probably gonna mod the electronics a little bit, make it sound more like a real Rick. Thinking about swapping out pick guards on it too. It's got a plain white one on there. I don't care for it. That's how it be though. I really need to dig into it. I'm not, because I'm like, what if I need to record? What if I'm gonna record with it or something? It'll just sit in limbo until I do something with it. I've got 2 Gibsons that I'm more than likely going to record with. The music I recorded the other day, I used my Les Paul on it. It sounded amazing. I've got that Les Paul and the SG. I never thought I'd have those, but the musician friend had, Sweetwater had the Les Pauls on sale. They're almost $1,000 cheaper than they are right now if you get them new. This one was brand new, but it was a couple years old, I think. I think it's been in stock. They hadn't sold it. See, on Sweetwater, when they get a bunch in, you get on there, they come in, they take them out of the box, they make sure they look good, they make sure everything's all right, they weigh them and everything. Then you pick out the weight and the exact one you want. Well, this one, I got to look at pictures and it was really cool and everything. This exact one was marked down because it was the oldest one and it had been there for a couple of years. So I got it severely discounted. I'll never be able to get a Les Paul like that for that price again. I really like the guitar. It sounds fantastic. Huge sounds. And then a while back, musician's friend Uh, the Gibson SG61 reissue faded, which I liked better than the regular 61 reissues because they put a different finish on it. It's not all glossy and look like brand new. It looks like it's set. It's got a satin finish. It looks like it's old. It looks older. They had it knocked down like $4 or $5 knocked off. So I bought it. And by bought, I mean bought them both on credit cards. The only money I owe on anything, I owe a little bit of money on my car. And then I owe on those 2 guitars. All the debt in the whole world is on those 2. And I have a medical bill that's in collections. I keep, I have, what is it? I pay for Experian thing now. Not to get the boost, but for, they protect your identity. And you can lock your credit thing up so nobody can, like, try to take out credit cards in your name and stuff. Because a while back, some woman on Facebook messaged me. She's like, hey, she goes, my credit card company contacted me. And she said, somebody is using your name to try and use my... Well, they had her credit card number and was ordering stuff with her name on it. But then the address, it had my name and part of my address, and then they changed something else on it. It's really stinking weird what they did. But there was like, I don't know how to explain it. She goes, I don't think it's you, but I'm letting you know. She goes, I locked my credit down and stuff. She goes, you might want to do the same thing. So I got the Experian app, locked my credit and everything up, and you know, that's how we do it. We got Tank Ferret. Man, I haven't talked to you in a long time, buddy. I hope you're doing good. Tank's one of the awesome dudes. I just kind of lose touch with people. So there goes, it's dropping out on me again. What the crap? What is the deal with that? I keep saying, stop, go live, stop, go live, stop, go live. But yeah, I just kind of get out of things and kind of drift away. There was a bunch of people I was thinking about the other day. I hope people are doing good, but like I said, I just kind of got out of. I know a lot of people, it just become a big popularity contest type deal, and I'm just not into that. I just want to make things, and I want the things to stand on their own. And like I said, I barely use Twitter anymore, so I don't keep up with a lot of people, and I've missed out on some cool stuff. I keep up with pretty much the people that I talk to semi-regularly, and that's about it. And the thing is, I'm not one. I don't know. I'm probably what you call a terrible friend, because I'm here with my dogs. I don't really do nothing. I don't really go anywhere, unless I need to. But more than likely, I probably won't message you. I mean, if we're friends, I'm probably not going to shoot you a message. Skinny messages me all the time, bunch of messages, and I'll read them. And sometimes, though, it's like randomly I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'll read them, and I'm like, I'll message him back in the morning, because he's on a completely different time zone from me now. So I don't know what time it is, and I don't want to be like bothering anybody in the middle of the night. But a lot of times people just message me, like Melter still messages me. But I try to talk when I can, but I'm a terrible friend because I usually don't message people first. And I hate that there's a lot of really cool people I've just kind of lost contact with, but I guess that's what happens. Like I said, I spend more time with my dogs. I don't know if this is even still streaming. It just keeps saying stop, go live, stop, go live, stop, go live, stop, go live. So, yeah. Maybe it's working, maybe it ain't. I guess I'm going to take that as a sign to get off here. She said I'm still streaming, so it's good. Probably get off here and go take these dogs out. Well, I mean, I know we're out, but go take them for a potty break. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, and we got on the bicycle. Sasha's got really good at running on the bicycle now. I can hold her leash and we'll take off. She runs beside the bike. Axel's been doing that for a long time, but she's starting to get good at it. And we'll go up the road, and as we're going, they'll start to slow down, and I'll slow down, and they'll poop. So probably about time to go poopy. Yeah, Tank, man. I'll try to holler at you sometime, man. I feel bad because I just lose contact with everybody. Yeah. No, she don't get up on the bike. She probably would. I probably could hold her and she'd do it. Tank says smash the like button and hit the bell. Yeah. You know it. But I'm going to get off here. And go take these dogs. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and listening to me talk about nonsense and think out loud. I just like to empty my brain sometimes. Got to get that brain emptied out or it'll overflow and then it's like a toilet and you got poop everywhere. But I hope y'all have a good one and I'll talk at you.